Hello students, in this video we are going to learn about the passed pawn in the endgame. In the previous lessons also we have learned that how important a passed pawn is in the endgame. In the endgame your plan is to create a passed pawn, push that passed pawn to the last rank, make a queen, and opponent will be forced to give up one of his piece for your queen. So you will be one piece up. And that's the general plan of winning the endgame. You have to create a passed pawn if you want to win in the endgame. In this position, we are white, and right now, yes, we are not in the endgame, but pretty soon we are going to get in the endgame where white will have a passed pawn. Look at this d6 pawn. This pawn is a passed pawn, but black also has a passed pawn. And it looks like that black is giving up this pawn for free. But if white captures this pawn, then white will play knight f3 check and white will get our queen. So it's a trap. And despite all of this, white played queen cross d4. White fell into the trap. And now black played knight f3 check. Bishop cross f3, queen cross d4, rook cross d4, bishop cross d4. And if you look at the material advantage, white has a bishop and a pawn for the rook. So white is slightly down in the material. White is a 1 point down. But d6 pawn, this pawn is a passed pawn, and in the endgame, passed pawns are very important. So here white played d7. White pushed his pawn. White does not even care about this b2 pawn because d7 pawn is much more important. Black defends his rook, and now white plays bishop d6 attacking b8 rook. So black defends this rook also. And now you play rook c7. You protect your passed pawn. So you are a pawn down, you are 1 point down, but you have a passed pawn, your rook is active, and you have these two bishops. Black plays bishop b6. Black wants to get rid of our active rook, and we play rook cross b7. So the material equality has been restored. Now both sides have the same material, but we have a passed pawn, and that's more important. Black plays king g7. His idea is to play king f6, king e6, and try to put more pressure here. Look, when you have a passed pawn on the 7th rank, when you have a far advanced passed pawn, then tactics works in your favor. And here white has a strong tactic. White plays rook cross b6, a cross b6, and now you take this rook, bishop cross a8. And black cannot play rook cross a8 because then you will play bishop c7, and in the next move you will make a queen. So here black played rook cross d7, and now white plays bishop e5 check. White saves his bishop, and now if you look at the material, white has the advantage of 2 points. First, bishop plus bishop is equal to 6 points, and black has 5 points worth rook. So, and white also has an extra pawn here on the queen side. So white has the advantage of 2 points. With bishop pair, it is easy to win this game. All you have to do is to centralize your pieces and start pushing these pawns. You will get a passed pawn, and then you promote that passed pawn into a queen. Now let's look at the next example. In this position we are white, and neither white nor black has any passed pawn. So white needs to create a passed pawn, and that's why first he played g4. He is threatening this pawn, so black plays h cross g4, rook cross g4. Even now white does not have a passed pawn, but white's plan is to get rid of this g6 pawn. He will play f5 and get rid of this g6 pawn so that his h4 pawn becomes a passed pawn. Black plays king h6 and white plays rook f3. He wants to play f5. And look at these two rooks. These two rooks are putting pressure on b3, but the b3 is very well defended, so nothing is going to happen on b3. And that's why black plays rook a6. He wants to bring his rook back into the game on the king side. And now white plays f5. Black cannot play g cross f5 because white will get a passed pawn on the h file. So here he continues with rook a8. You take on g6, f cross g6. Now this is a weakness, so you attack it. And black defends it. Two attackers on g6 and two defenders on g6. So we need to bring one more attacker. And white plays bishop c2. So we have three attackers here. And now black is going to lose the g6 pawn. So king here goes back. You capture it. Rook cross g6. White has won a pawn and white has a passed pawn on h4. We are also getting ready to give a discover attack, so black plays king h8. And now white plays king g4. And this rook is not doing anything, so black decided to bring this rook also into the game. So he played rook b6. And now you push the passed pawn. Rook a6, king f5, rook a8, and you push the passed pawn. Black plays rook g8. And right now you are up 1 point. Okay, you have one extra pawn. If you want, you can exchange the rooks and try to win in the endgame. But if you play this move, then king cross g8, now we have the opposite color bishop in the endgame. Generally with opposite color bishop endgame, it is very difficult to win. It has very high drawish chances. That's why here white does not go in the opposite color bishop endgame and he plays rook cross f6. Rook cross f6 gives up his rook for the bishop. Why? Because white will play c5. One more pawn sacrifice. Why? Because so that he has this passed pawn. Now he has a passed pawn on h6 and he has a passed pawn on d5. And white is down 2 points. If you count material, white is down 2 points. White has the bishop for the rook. But despite this, white is completely winning here. It is not possible for black to stop both of these two pawns. So white first starts with d6. Black plays king h7. Black wants to get rid of at least this pawn. You play king cross f6. He plays king cross h6. But you still have a passed pawn. And this passed pawn plus a bishop, they are even more powerful than the rook. And you push the pawn. He gives a check, you go king e7, he goes back and you make a queen. He has to give up his rook for the queen and you have the extra piece. With the extra piece, it is easy to win the game. You just bring your king here and you can eat these black pawns also. So white is completely winning in this position. So remember, in the end game, getting a passed pawn is super important. If you have a far advanced passed pawn, then it gives you bigger advantage. That's it for this lesson. Now let's go to the next one.